This would be Tuesday, October 7th, one of our first times we get to record in October. How exciting. We're going to take a look at our magic lens for today, and we're going to take a look at some poetry notes to get ready. Coming up this week, we have the book report due tomorrow. It is due on Thursday. And we're done with poetry next week. We have our big poetry test where you guys have to take a poem and read it, understand it, and all kinds of fun stuff. That happens next week. For our magic lens. My goal was to try and make it a little bit easier on you. We'll see how accurate I was. As before, I'm always happy to take a volunteer. If no one volunteers, and you've already gone, you can't volunteer. You've already proven your smartness. But if no one volunteers, we just get a chance to work it together. I will give you the hint on the first one, because that seems to be messing people up, that your noun is not tomorrow or book. And hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Did I have anyone that felt they had it and who's not gone yet? No. Ernie, do you feel brave? I like, wait.
You gone?
Yes, you feel brave. That's the jokes. You feel. All right, Ernie, take your notebook with you. There you go. You get to stand behind the camera. You get to hear your melodic voice also. All right. Now, to double check, we're going to go through, look at your answers.
Okay.
Do you have one noun marked?
Yeah.
Do you have one pronoun?
Yeah.
Good. Do you have two verbs?
Yeah.
Good. Do you have two adjectives?
Yeah.
Do you have two adverbs?
Yeah.
And one preposition?
No.
You should have one word left over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Got lucky on that one. All right. So you have one preposition?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready? Me too. Now the drawback is now that we get to go a little bit farther into it, we get to be faster and meaner and stuff like that. So now there's not so much using to the audience. So now they're just going to be relying on you and your smartness. Yes, dear?
How many lucky treats do you get?
Still just one. I think it's easier.
That was two. I thought
Well,
it was two.
that was one of the tough ones. I tried to simplify it to make it easier. I tried to put very little, if any, difficult things in here. So, in theory, I'm trying. All right. You ready? Good. Me too. First one. Noun.
Reports.
Reports. Is correct. Good job. And pronoun. We have one.
You.
Is correct again. I know. Verbs. You have two.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Hang on. You put tomorrow as a verb. So you can tomorrow something. You'll make me tomorrow you right here in class. Tomorrow can't be a verb. So do you have a second guess? What was your other verb?
Will.
Good. So will is one. That'll help you out. You have one more verb. Because will is a being verb. There's an action verb in there.
Finally. No. Yeah.
Not finally either. That would have been your adverb. But it's alright. You try. You get to try again
Okay.
another day.
Oh.
I know. But you did well. You got like the first several something, baby steps. So if will is our first verb, what's our next verb?
Turn.
Nicely done. Turn. And that gives you, I'm still proud of you for trying.
Yeah, I thought turn was an adjective.
No. You will finally turn in, so it's an action, turning something in, like handing it over. Adjectives. We have two adjectives, both describing the same noun. That's our noun. You have two adjectives describing that noun. Jamie, what's your guess?
Your and book.
Is correct. Your, book are your two adjectives. Your reports, book reports. So telling you which ones and what kind of. Adverbs. Two adverbs. Bardo.
Adverbs?
Yes.
I didn't get to that yet.
You only have 1, 2, 3 words left. 2 of them are adverbs. One of them is a preposition. 2 of those are telling you when things happen.
I'm sorry.
Tomorrow?
Is correct. And
Finally?
nicely done. See, they finally had faith in you coming out of it. And then Ogawa, our preposition.
In.
Nicely done. That's where in comes in. So now that they're all labeled correctly, our next part would be the verbs. Will. Now once again, you are limited to 10 different being verbs. So if it's one of those, it's a being verb. If it's not, it's an action verb. So once again, your being verbs, am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, be, being. I guess I get. Strode! Is it action or being?
Being.
She says being. Raise your hand if you agree with her. Being. Raise your hand if you say, she's so silly. It's action. Raise your hand if you're just confused because words scare you. And it is honest. And it's a being verb. Will. Am. I even just said it. Am, is, are, was, were. Will.
No,
Be.
will turn.
Yeah, it's.
You will. You
Yeah.
let's do something.
Yeah,
Will.
the turn. The will is a being verb because it's helping it. It's actually a helping verb.
I can will.
And then turn. Raise your hand if you say turn is being.
Already.
Raise your hand if you say turn is action. Oh, it's almost like you're learning. Boop, boop.
No.
I said boop boop. Action. And adjectives. Your describes what noun? Dearman
Reports.
is correct. Book describes.
Reports.
Actually, Miss Brovicast, there's only one noun. Yeah, it's really easy. There's only one noun there to describe. And then your adverbs. Tomorrow modifies what verb? What will happen tomorrow, Brutus?
Turning into book.
Nicely done. So turning, and then next adverb, finally. What will finally happen tomorrow? Abdul? Close. That's a noun. So what will finally happen tomorrow? You will.
Turn.
So what word is finally modifying?
Turn.
Nicely done. So both of them modifying turn. Finally turn in, tomorrow turn in. Just like that.
Wait, that can happen? Like,
What, multiple words modifying the same one? Yeah, I know. I never would have made it to the end of that one. It's alright. Next week we're gonna try and make it even simpler. We're gonna do stuff like see spot, run, spot, run. And we're gonna see how well we do with that one. I hopes. Our next, speaking of hopes, I hope you are sleeping before midnight tonight. We'll see how this one goes. Any bravery on this one? No, Miss Rovia, we're scared. Have you gotten a mint?
Jason, you've already done it.
Never gotten a mint? You can try it.
It's never gonna work, Jason.
Yes, it is.
Alright.
You did too good. Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did. I remember.
She did it. She
Well,
did it.
is her name written down next to a sentence?
Yes.
Which
No.
sentence?
The one last week. I
You
got
admit-
it. I
Yeah,
got
you
it.
did.
I got it.
She got a
Somewhere.
double.
Oh, I didn't record it, but I remember.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, there,
No,
there,
you
there,
were-
there, right there.
Yeah, I didn't get
Got
a
it.
admit because I got.
Yeah, you did. You got two.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You got
No, she
one.
didn't.
You got
If
one.
her name is her name written down next
Yes.
to a sentence?
Yes.
Then you're out of luck. Good try. Mr. Brody, that's why you have to write down the. Yeah, that's why we write it down. So that way we don't see.
Nobody else.
That's why he's trying to do it too. I know, it's a drawback to being the smart
Nobody else
kids.
is
They're,
volunteering.
then you have to just spread your smartness to them. So we'll start off here. We have, and I hope you're sleeping before midnight tonight. One noun. Grant, what's our one noun? It is not tonight.
Midnight.
Is correct. Midnight. Because it's an actual like set thing, like noon or day. So it's telling you like an actual thing. And then we have pronouns. We have two pronouns. Blue.
I put tonight and one sleep.
Neither one would be pronouns. He, she, it, they, we.
You.
Yes. And you have one more. I have faith in you. I know you can do. Nicely done.
I said I.
Yeah.
Another one.
Neither one of those was sleeping or tonight. So pronouns, I and you. It's what I do, dear professional hater. Verbs. We have three verbs. Brendan
Sleeping.
is not the first one.
Hope.
I hoped you could get it. And it's
Sleeping.
good. Hang on.
Before.
Hang on. Sleeping is not the next one.
R.
Is correct. And then what's the third one? Then sleeping. Nicely done. Then we have no adjectives. We have one adverb that's going to be in there. Raritan
Before.
would be a preposition. Good. But we're doing adverbs. One of those tells you when it happens. When will this happen? Nicely done, Raritan. It tells you when is tonight. And then once again, we have the one preposition. And Noelle, what's our one preposition? Only one word left.
Before.
Is correct. That'd be the only word we have left. Probably leave the prepositions for the end because those whatever words you left over. That's got to be a preposition. For the verbs, our first one, hope. Raise your hand if you say hope is a being verb. Being verbs first. Action verb. Not bad. I said they're not. There you go. And R, A-R-E. Raise your hand for being verb. Raise your hand for action verb. Nicely done again. Sleeping. Raise your hand for being verb. Action verb. It's like you guys are learning. I'm so proud.
Yay!
Adjectives, we have none. But we have an adverb. Alright, just one. Tonight, modify something. What is it we want to have happen tonight? Steiner,
Sleeping.
are you asking me?
Sleeping.
Is correct. Sleeping. So, not the hoping. We're doing the hoping now, because we want the sleeping to happen tonight. Nicely done. Not horribly painful. Next week we'll try and make it a little bit easier again. Now, not tomorrow. Next week's tomorrow. To your table of contents. We have a few notes to try and help you guys out for next week's test. They're not hard.
What are we talking about then?
Probably in the table of contents.
The bell one?
Probably, I don't know, if only we could look in front of us and find information right here. I know.
Very small at the bottom.
Yeah,
This is a homework.
Totes. Homework.
This is a homework.
Table of contents. This is a homework. Turn to the next homework page. Write stuff in there. My recommendation is you write down how many words we're going to do, because if you ask me later, I'm going to come up with a random number. So if you wait until we start, I just probably have how many? 80, 52, 39, random numbers. Ernie,
How long do we have to wait to do this sentence thing? Like,
next week. Tuesday.
We do this? This is due?
Oh, to you? Next time we have it, so next Tuesday. Oh, wait, sorry again. What's your question? Maybe I was confused.
well, I already did the sentence, so when can I do
The next time we do it, which will be next Tuesday. We do them on Tuesdays.
but I already went.
Yeah, but you didn't get a mint, so you get to go again right away. If you didn't get the mint, you can keep volunteering. That's why I picked you. Alright. Alright, we get ready to make this screen disappear. There's nothing up there you need.
You
says
said
poetry
copy
terms.
down. You said copy down the 11.
I said copy down the word 11.
Oh.
What?
So just copy down the number 11.
Well, I already did the whole thing.
Then you're good to go.
No.
Alright. And look, it even has poetry terms up there again, which is like the only thing you needed. First one. Simile.
Wait, write this one down then?
Yes, this is what you're going to be writing down. These are what we call notes.
Wait,
Number one. On the homework side, we're doing notes together.
Oh, I forgot.
So like that way, if you're the kid sitting there not doing anything, this becomes homework for you. For the rest of you, it's really easy homework because I'm giving you the answers. Simile! First off, what's the definition of simile? Matthew?
Comparison using like as.
Comparing what? To?
Nouns.
Nice one. Compares two nouns using like or as. Compares two nouns using like or as. Then, we have to come up with an example of a simile. 9. Do you have an example of a simile?
The fish is as big as a book.
Works for me. Fish is as big as a book. If you don't like his, then you can do your own. The standing boy was a tree in the room. Your head was a hollow coconut when I knocked on it. Wait, no, that's a metaphor. Your head was hollow like a coconut when I knocked on it. I did, my shirt is as black as an eye after I jabbed. Not me, I'm wearing a pretty pinkish reddish shirt. Obviously someone else likes to jab children in the eye. I would never jab you in the eye.
It'd be red since
I would
it'd be
jab you in the ear.
How?
Completely different. If number 1 is simile, that should make number 2 easy to figure out. Ernie
Metaphor?
is correct. Simile's best friend, BFFs. Metaphor is a little tougher to define because you can't just do, well, it uses not what tend.
It's a comparison of two nouns without using like grass.
Not bad. I said by saying one is the other one. So you're saying one thing is the other one. Your shoes are blueberries. So I'm saying that's a metaphor because it says one thing is the other one. Your brain is a hollow coconut when I knock on it. My pants are the velvety lengths of the ocean. Mr. Brovicast, that's pretty. Thanks, just like me. Mr. Brovicast, now I'm creeped out. That hurts. Number 3 is going to be the new thing I introduced to you last week. I just want to see your cool little mushroom. What did I introduce to you guys last week that we have coming up due this week?
Poetry quiz.
Ooh, haikus are good, but not yet.
Booklet
Something else.
poetry quiz.
Idiom.
No. What was that?
Idiom.
Nicely done, Matthew. Idiom.
Oh.
We'll put idioms on there. That's awesome. An idiom, wait, how many definitions does an idiom have? 2. What are the 2 definitions? Figurative.
Literal.
Nicely done. Common phrase, 2 definitions. Figurative and literal. For your example of an idiom, it's whatever you're doing for Thursday's idiom project. So whatever you're doing for that one is what you'll come up with. Hopefully you remember what you're doing for your idiom project. As an example, second, what are you doing for yours?
That was a piece of cake.
That was a piece of cake. Just like that. 10,
You threw that kid under the bus.
do that kid under the bus. Nicely done. Jillian,
Put a sock in it.
put a sock in it. Works for me. Maya,
Did you hold up?
nicely done. Eat your heart out would work. Brendan,
You're on thin ice.
all of those would work. I personally went for zip your lips, but pick. If you've not chosen one yet, you're welcome to use mine. If you've already chosen yours, then go with yours. Feel confident, have strength in it. Ernie,
Wait, we need to get through number 5, like.
we have 2 more to get through.
Wait, I thought there's 11 turns.
I know.
So
We're
we
gonna
have
save
to do
some
the
for
rest?
tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I know. We're good here. Quattro! Speaker! We've done multiple poems with speakers in them, but you have to remember what is a speaker. Jake, is your name on the paper?
Yes.
First and last name?
Yep.
Put them on my desk, and I will staple them together for you. Brendan?
The talker in the poem.
Not bad. I said the main character in the poem doing the speaking. Right? Yeah. The main character that talks to us, that narrates to us. Yeah, that works with me. For the examples, we've done a couple poems that have had speakers in them. One that had the little work up. Caterpillar. Who was the speaker? Who was the speaker in that one? Caterpillar. And the other one was the one about those midgets. And who was the speaker in that one? Nice. Either one. Grumpy from the poem 1 to 7, or Caterpillar from Caterpillar. Spider did not have a speaker. It was just like someone talking the whole time. The Balloon Man, Injust, did not have a speaker. It was just someone like writing a poem. So it actually has to have a character in the poem talking to us for it to count. Numero 5. We don't have to have an example of this one because it's a stanza. Just the definition will do us, and that's all we have to go for. Jake?
A paragraph or a poem
Nice one. Paragraph in a poem. These are notes you're going to have to do, Jake. You're going to have to do today's bell work, and you're going to have to do the notes up here also. Once again, it'll be on YouTube, so you can use the magic of that to help you out. That's where we'll stop for today.
Okay.
All right. Ernie.
Will these be on the quiz?